how's it going, guys? Welcome back, and we're about to have a late review, about the Joker movie, the sequel, and it's not going to be fun. It's not a fun review. Oh my God, I honestly don't know what I expected from this movie. The original was just so good, obviously, absolutely outstanding movie. That movie made over $1 billion, and because the acting, the writing, the directing, everything was just so good, was like the perfect storm, right? Joaquin Phoenix was so good as a Joker. That story was outstanding. It wasn't just a quintessential traditional Joker movie, right? We never really had a Joker movie that was solely focused on the Joker. It's always this. It's hard to picture, especially if you're a purist. It's hard to picture the Joker without Batman, right? In this universe, there's no Batman, right? So it's a Joker. So I remember having conflict about this, but when I saw the movie, I loved the movie because everything was just so good. And then knowing that they were going to make a sequel, and then the fact that they were going to include Harley Quinn, Lady Gaga playing Harley Quinn. We've had Margot Robbie play Harley Quinn, and she's done extremely well. I've loved that iteration um, of Harley Quinn. So I didn't know really what to expect, but I've seen Lady Gaga act, and she's pretty good. So I guess I really expected more from this movie, and it just didn't deliver. I remember hearing rumblings. We got rumblings that this was going to be like a musical, and I was like, hey, I don't know. I mean, I could see where maybe, but I didn't see all of this. And it's so sad to say because that's what I'm saying. I didn't know what to expect, but I expected more. This movie was just bad. And it's so sad to say that because I loved the first movie. Everybody loved the first movie. So I think we knew we were going to get a good movie, and then we got this. And it's sad, and the numbers tell you it is not going to do well. I don't care. People are not going to like it. A lot of people online absolutely hate it. The ratings are absolutely trashing it. And I can understand why. Because, you made such a good movie. You gave people expectations and hope, right? Especially, I love the idea that this was outside of DCU, right? DC now is its own studio, right? With a studio head, James Gunn. And this is James Gunn calls these movies Elseworlds, right? They kind of happen outside of DCU. So I figured there'd be a lot of freedom and liberty taken by the director to give us something good. And the first one was really good, but this movie, oh my God, the sequel, oh man, come on now. So I honestly wanted this to be on the studio. I wanted to really trash the studio, but you can't trash the studio. So you can trash DC because this movie was in production before DC was a standalone studio. I wanted to trash Warner Brothers, but I can't say this is on Warner Brothers because the first one is so good. I bet you this was just a blank check. Do what the hell you want to do. We gave you 50 million. You gave us back 1.1 billion. Do whatever you want to do. Yeah. See, I'm pretty sure they're regretting that right about now. And maybe they can write it off because they made so much money in the first one. This one's obviously not going to make a lot of money. But yeah, this was not it. And it was just bad. There were parts of it that were good. There were parts of it that we really wanted to see, like the Joker being Joker, the Joker being vicious and brutal. And I was expecting more of that. I was expecting the Harley Quinn and Joker. I don't know. For the first time, we were going to get these two in a movie, and I guess I just expected more. But all we got was, it felt like, and this is just my honest opinion, it felt like they did so well in the first one that it forced them. They didn't expect to do that well to have a sequel. I feel like they did so well that now, from the studio to the fan base, there was so much pressure to do a sequel they had no idea what to do with it. It honestly feels like they didn't know what to do. They just decided, damn, well, we need to make a sequel. I didn't feel like making a sequel, but okay, let's do one. How about you? What do you feel like doing? I don't know. Lady Gaga, she sings. You sing, I sing. Let's put a movie together. They can sing together. The entire movie? Come on now. That's honestly my opinion. It feels like it's like the director was just, I honestly don't, because you cannot tell me that you really thought the fan base coming from the first movie that this was what the fans were going to like. You cannot convince me. There's no money in the world you can convince me that you thought fans were going to love this movie. Ain't no way in hell. No way. So what that means, or what that tells me, is you just didn't really care. You honestly didn't really care. You didn't really have an idea or any inclination of what you wanted to do with this movie. You just made a movie, wanted to make a movie, because he has already said he's not making another Joker movie. And to be quite honest with you, they honestly should have stopped at the first one. If this was what you were going to do as a sequel, you should have stopped at the first one, gave us the original. That movie was good, was gold. Let it live in infamy. Or infamy. You know? It's just sad. Really bad movie. 1 out of 5, and I'm being very generous. I could give it 0.5 out of 5, but I'm being generous. Anyway, that's just a hot take about the Joker sequel. Horrible movie. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.